So I forgot to come back here. After I beat up that Shadow Phantom Ganon, whoever that was, who was playing tennis with me. And apparently, this is I'm supposed to hit these with the boomerang and not with like the arrows, and I can light these up in order, whichever order that was. I still have my paper that I wrote that down on. Come on, Link. I still have my paper that I wrote that down on somewhere in this pile next to me. Here it is. All right. One was this one. I'm gonna move closer to make it easier to target. Two is this one. Three is all the way over here on the side. And four is this last one. And I think this just opens up like a shortcut back to the beginning or something. Okay. So that's gonna make... What is that? Oh, that's the boat. Nice of you to show up. So this is the portal through which Ganon was able to seep into the unsuspecting world above. Ah, world building. That's a much more interesting reward than I was expecting, honestly. We shall make use of this path that Ganon created for himself. If there's anything from the world above that you believe you need, then climb into the boat and enter the column of darkness. So is this a shortcut, or would I have actually not been able to leave if I hadn't done this? I had assumed that if I really wanted to leave, I could, like, run all the way back through the castle and exit that way, and it would just take, like, a really long time. Where exactly... Oh, this is the Forsaken Fortress. That makes sense. Alright, well, let's turn around and go back to where we came, because I don't think I actually need anything in here. I just wanted to address that, because I spent a lot of time on it earlier, and then once I defeated Phantom Tennis Ganon, I kind of forgot about it and then just ran off. So we are going to take our leave from here, and I think that now I can come out this way and return to what I assume is the actual final boss fight. Has rolling always been this fast? I feel like in the past in the game when I rolled, there was like a little stutter at the end, which made it not actually that much faster than just running, which is why I wasn't doing it. I know that rolling is a bit of a speed running strategy in some Zelda games, but it feels like it actually was faster there, and I feel like it hasn't been in the past. Anyway, so there's this rope, which is oddly solid, given that everything else in this game has a physics interaction, but alright. Let's see. Gonna have to jump on it from the side, apparently. And, now it's a physics object. So can I stop it and then just climb? This might take a minute. Oh, is this how I get up, like, to those shelves on the wall with the torches and the pots? I bet that's how I do that. I don't know if I could have done that at other points in the fight. I don't know if that would have made things easier. I don't think I even noticed this rope earlier, but let's keep climbing. And eventually we'll get to the top. And I'm not cutting away from this. You are sitting here with me for this. All right, now we're getting to the top. We are in the chandelier. Perfect. Alright, so that is a... which one is it? I'm just gonna go and toss... So, if I were to... Let's see, can I swing somewhere else? This is the only thing that I can see that we really want to do, so I assume this is what we want to do. Do I have to, like, get anywhere? Can I climb here, too, and just, like, climb up to the next post? I cannot climb further, apparently. Okay. Like, seriously, why... I've been able to climb up onto other posts before. There we go. Why were you not doing that the first time? Wow, I spent a couple of minutes trying to, like, wiggle my way around to see if I could, like, clamber up on top of that, and it just wasn't doing it. Really? Alright, fine, game. So, I did waste some magic juice and some flight juice and whatever, so I'm just gonna grab that. Arrows, apparently I need arrows. Can I have some arrows back? I don't know if, 27 hours versus 30 hours is gonna make that much of a quality of life difference for me, but... What is that up there? Is that a pot just sitting up there for no reason, casually? Alright, here's another one. So we can go climb up here. I wonder how much other stuff in the game there is that I might have missed that I could have. Yeah, Link. He was just like letting the rope unspool and like bouncing off, like bumping his head on the thing when I was doing it earlier, and I don't know why. I'm sure there was some odd, very precise positioning glitch that was preventing me from doing what I wanted. No, not the spyglass. All right, we're gonna put that down. We're gonna blow up. So those, that is a cauldron. I assume that is going to be a shortcut back to the beginning. Oh, thanks, I guess. I assume that is going to be a shortcut back to the beginning. Or at least down to the bottom of this tower. Link. At least down to the bottom of this tower, because, there was one of those down there, and having to climb all the way back up here would be a little bit annoying. Okay, so now I'm close enough that I think I should be able to, which one was it? It's this one. Just, grab hold of one of these. Alright, very nice. I almost did not make it. Alright, let's go outside. My country lay within a vast desert. When the sun rose into the sky, a burning wind punished my land, searing the world. And when the moon climbed into the dark of night, a frigid gale pierced our homes. That sounds like one of the several reasons I would recommend not living in a desert, Ganondorf. No matter when it came, the wind carried the same thing, death. But the wind that blew across the green fields of Hyrule brought something other than suffering and ruin. I coveted the wind, I suppose. It can only be called fate, that here I would again gather the three with the crests. That I should lay my hand on that which grants the wishes of the beholder. That when power, wisdom, and courage come together, the gods would have no choice but to come down. The power of the gods, the Triforce, he who touches it will have whatever he desires granted. Already, the crest of wisdom is mine. All that remains... So you didn't even know I was standing behind you and you were just monologuing to yourself? Not off to a good start. Do not fear, I will not kill you. I merely have need of the power that dwells within you. Now, let us put an end to that which binds us together. Gods, hear that which I desire. Expose this land to the rays of the sun once more. Let them burn forth. Give Hyrule to me. He who touches it will have whatever he desires granted. That is what you said, is it not, Ganondorf? Not if I touch it first. Gods of the Triforce, hear that which I desire. Hope! I desire hope for these children. Give them a future. Watch away this ancient land of Hyrule. Let a ray of hope shine onto a future of the world. And let our destinies finally be fulfilled. Ganondorf, may you drown with Hyrule. This is foolishness. A future for you? What are you laughing at, Ganondorf? You're insane. Hey, you! Finally awake. I'm so sorry, I overslept. Yeah, I noticed. I think it's time for us to say goodbye to this place. We must return to the world above, back to our ocean. So is there actually not going to be a final boss fight? Is the final boss fight just like the friends we made along the way or something? Well then, allow me to show you your future. Yes, allow me to show you just what hope you have. See how much your precious Triforce is worth. Alright. I'll use this bow to cover you. Attack him as best you can. So, are we gonna play the you keep him distracted and I'm gonna slap him while his back is turned game? Ow. Okay, maybe, okay, let's play a different game. So, I saw the A button prompt. Alright, so you're gonna do that. Okay. So, oops. Zelda, if you could, yeah, there we go. So while he's distracted, we're just gonna go and do that a couple of times, and you are deflecting my attacks. It looked like I should have been able to get the action command there, and I am in trouble. So let me go and use this this soup that Grandma gave me that I forgot to use in the last fight, and hope this goes a little bit better. And alright, so now we're doing damage on him. And I feel like I should probably... Ow. I should probably stand back. There is still one more use of that soup left if I need it. I should probably stand back until Zelda does the thing where she does the, like, charge attack. And then there we go. Alright, now we can get 1 or 2 more hits on you. And, yeah, let's stay out of the way. It seems that I only have time to do 1 hit before the stun wears off, so... Ganon, just, oops, okay. Just some friendly advice. When people are, like, tag-teaming you, it's probably a good idea to go after the one who's, like, holding you down. Which in this case would be the one who's doing that, yes. Alright, now he gets it. Cool. No, not like that. Oh, that was rude. Alright, so now I'm gonna have to, alright, sneak up behind you. I like, snap the ropes on your hands. I don't know exactly what that was about. Alright. Why did you target that? Alright, that counted. We were able to get that one off. I'm gonna heal again, and hopefully now that I've got a beat on this fight, we won't need a third healing, because as it happens, I don't have a third healing. Oh, you know what I should have done? Down below, I should have, put the fairy in that jar, because I forgot that I had the second empty jar. Alright, there we go. Nope, too late. Alright, so... we're gonna try that again. I don't know how many times we're gonna have to do this. How about you, ow, right in the... that's weird. You didn't give me the... there we go. Let's see, let's try and, get out of there. I'm not getting the opportunity to, there we go. I have to, like... Back off. It seems like I've got to take a swipe at you from the side while I'm still moving. Not entirely sure what the deal is with that. All right, Zelda, you woke up again. Are you going to start doing the thing again where you like help? All right. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to do this fight a second time, and that's okay mostly. All right, there we go. Did I get you? I don't actually know if I got you. And you have to distract him, she says, while he is... You can see his like, hands at the top of the screen. Alright. Are you ready? I'll aim for you, and use your shield. Oh, I do have that, don't I? What's my shield button? I don't remember what my shield button is. Is it, this one? Ow. So can I just, like, get you to bounce off my shield? I can die. Okay. So we're gonna have to try this fight again. But I think now that I know, like, what the loop of combat is, I shouldn't have quite as much trouble the second time around. Hang on. Grandma, could you help me out a bit? Actually, you know what? I have 2 empty bottles. Can I, oh yeah, doubling your attack. That's convenient. Can I ask you nicely to also fill my second bottle? You're not gonna give me 2 bottles. Okay. I'll put a fairy or something in the other one. Link does seem to be attacking. That one actually went worse than the last time. Okay, cool. There's gonna be a round 3. The first time I came back, maybe it just looked like I wanted to visit my grandma and I was picking up some soup along the way. The second time I came back, it's just a little embarrassing. You guys are gonna be an endangered species by the time I'm done with this game. You know what's kinda silly? Is that it actually took me like... Nope, Link back. It actually took me less time to just warp to the Tower of the Gods and run all the way through Hyrule and run all the way through the earlier stages of this level than it took me to warp to the nearest fast travel point to the Forsaken Fortress, sail all the way to the Forsaken Fortress, and then use the shortcut. I guess it's nice if you need to make a quick exit. Ow. I guess it's nice if you need to make a quick exit out of here, that shortcut, but if you want to come back, there is no fast travel point close to the Forsaken Fortress. And really, I think it took me like 5 to 8 minutes to fast travel.
Hey.
Alright, now I'm actually gonna have to not rely on Zelda here. We're gonna have to actually like be good at this now. Alright, there we go. Back attack. Boink. Yeah, I think it took me five or so minutes to sail, and it took me like 3 minutes to warp to the Tower of the Gods and run all the way through the castle and all the way through Hyrule. And that was including one accidental I fell off the cliff because I wasn't paying attention to where I was going along the way. So, did I actually get that? I thought I got that too early. Alright, well, this is going a lot better than the first 2 attempts, and I don't know why. The only thing I can say is the second time I came back here, he was dodging a lot more of Zelda's attacks. So it just took a lot longer, and he had a lot more time. Yeah, he was doing that basically all over my face. He had a lot more time. Did I get him? He had a lot more time to just do damage to me in a inconvenient sort of way. Let's see. Ow, alright, you took a... Wow, you are just jumping left and right way more than you were before. At least way more than I remember you doing before. I remember you just charging at me and doing that a lot. You didn't give me that many opportunities to actually, like, circle around behind you and do the thing that makes me damage you. Alright, let's, yeah, when you dodge Zelda's attack, you then lunge at me, which then gives me the opening to do that, at least part of the time. Yeah, I am distracting him. Zelda, shield is boring. We're not gonna do shield. Alright, so now you're gonna charge back at me. I'm gonna dodge around you, and I'm just gonna... I don't actually know if I got one off on you that time. Yeah, let's, take our free fairy resurrection there. And... Ow, did I just get shot? Did Zelda shoot me? Friendly fire. It's more funny when the enemies do it. Alright, I'm losing my rhythm here. This isn't really working out that well. I don't know if this is a different stage of the fight or if I'm just, like, missing. Let's see. Do I actually have to use my shield now? I feel like the game plan here is to, when he does that, because Zelda's missing now, which he wasn't doing before. Like, he's not even dodging her attacks, she's just missing. I feel like I have to, like, distract him like this. Like, if I can line him up between these two characters. Like that. Okay. We're gonna take advantage of your being stunned, or maybe we're not gonna take advantage of your being stunned. Oh, do I have to reflect it? Oh, you know what I think is going on? I have to reflect it. Alright, so that means I'm gonna want to stand back a little bit and do this. If Zelda could actually, like, hit me. Like, not purposefully, but alright, second soup. That's interesting. And, alright. Do I have a way to, like, actually aim it back at him? Alright. Stop moving so fast. That's making things a little bit harder. Yeah. Ganondorf. I'm gonna want to do... Nope, I'm gonna want to do this. And, like, stand here, I think. Zelda, hurry up. She's coming closer. There we go. Alright. So the first one I definitely did on purpose. That one was definitely done by... the first one I definitely did by accident. The second one was definitely on purpose. So if we go and do... Yeah, I know. If we go and do this... And I need both of them, like, sort of on screen at once. There we go. Alright, that looked good. That felt good, too. The Wii U gamepad did the vibration thing. Yeah, just, like, stand there doing nothing, Ganon, for just 5 seconds. And, if he had held still for, like, a brief period of time. Alright, Zelda, please hurry up. Alright, she wants to get out of the line of fire, too. Alright. So, I made the joke at the beginning of the video that, like, the real final boss is the friends we made along the way. That isn't super far off from what we're actually doing here. Which is possibly my favorite thing that's happened over the course of this entire game. I don't know how many times we're gonna have to do this. This is actually different, but it's different in an interesting way. And it's... Oops. Alright, I shouldn't have moved there. I didn't see that she was winding up. It's not super different from, like, what we were doing with Medley earlier. Just in a more combat-oriented way. Can I hit you while you're doing that? So, I haven't been, nope, there we go. I haven't been attacking him after the, I haven't been attacking him after the arrow bounce thingy. I probably should be now that I'm used to what we're doing. No. Hold still, mister. Yeah, Zelda, I know. Just hold still for a little longer. And that one was completely missed. Alright. There we go. Much better. Good angle. Alright. He's stunned. And I was not attacking him for some reason. I know that, like, when I go into this mode, my sword... Ow. My sword goes away. Zelda, please stop shooting me. But, like... Alright, please, hurry. Wind up. Boink. Alright. Yeah, you just snapped out of that instantly. Alright, weird. Nope. Defending the wrong way. There we go. This is a cutscene. Oh, was that it? I didn't even think I hit him. I guess I did. I thought I missed that one. The wind, it is blowing. Oh, so that's how the sword got in the stone. My children, listen to me. I have lived regrettably. I have lived regret. I have lived help. I have lived regretting the past, and I have faced those regrets. If I could only do things over again, not a day of my life has gone by without my thoughts turning to my kingdom of old. I have lived bound to Hyrule. In that sense, I was the same as Ganondorf. Alright, minus the, like, murdering kids part. But you... I want you to live for the future. There may be nothing left for you, but despite that, you must look forward and walk a path of hope, trusting that it will sustain you when the darkness comes. So that's just like a minor annoyance of mine that comes up all the time in writing when a character says like I was the same as the enemy or the we're not so different after all, I think is the name of the TV tropes page, and like obviously not. I don't know if this King Red Lion guy has backstory that we never learned, but like he obviously isn't the same as Ganondorf, and I don't know why he said that. As soon as I started listening to the music, it stopped. Anyway, I'll hear it when I go to edit the video. It will be your land. Alright, something. Passing the torch. Kids not making the mistakes of their forefathers or whatever. So we are underwater. We are encased in a weird, oxygen bubble, I guess. I have scattered the seeds of the future. Please don't make me do the Karak seed quest. I really don't want to do that one. Well, Zelda's tan came back awfully fast. And I think that is it. This looks awfully credits-like. And I see a producer credit line, so that must mean that this is the credits. Wow, alright, I finally finished that. I like this game. I feel like I should have liked this game more. Where do I even start? So, I've done a lot of complaining about this game while I was playing it. And there's definitely a lot of things about it that bothered me. I think a lot of the things that I think I was complaining about, I probably wouldn't have really minded if the game hadn't already annoyed me with other unrelated things previously. I've used the expression like death by 1,000 cuts before, and like things like sidling mechanics, they annoy me in games, but they wouldn't normally make me go on and on the way that I would had the game not previously already done a lot of other things. And I think there was just a cascade of minor problems that added up and made me give the game a lot less slack than I ordinarily would have. So, as an example, we're seeing pictures of characters floating past. I did not think any of the characters in this game, besides a couple of the main cast, were endearing at all. Every time any of like the kids in Windfall Island showed up, or any of the adults in Windfall Island showed up, or most of the pirates, or a number of the characters back on my home island showed up, I was like, alright, these people are really annoying. They're not cute. Maybe if I was playing this when I was 11, I would have found them to be more endearing than I do now. But when they show up at my age, I'm just like, alright, this isn't funny. You guys are just kind of idiots, and you're kind of wasting my time, and I kind of want to just get on with playing the game.
Hey.
Similarly, the very first dungeon of the game, if you want to call it a dungeon versus maybe just the tutorial, the Forsaken Fortress was a stealth section, and nowhere else in the game did stealth come back. And the stealth section just took so long that I honestly probably kind of cared less about the actual puzzles that came after that, or at least the puzzles that came in the interim, like when we were running around Windfall Island and when we were getting set up in Dragon Roost. I just cared less about that because the game had wasted like a half hour, an hour of my time in the Forsaken Fortress, and I just wanted to get on with things, and I was not at all interested in things on Windfall Island that I might have been. Oh god. The Koroks. Those guys I liked. I can't say I didn't find them endearing. Those guys I liked. I just didn't really feel like doing the runaround quest to do their dumb tree thing. Somewhat unusually, being a bit of a gardener in real life. What I think the game is trying to do with the stealth section at the beginning, and I've never like read any interviews with the developers or anything, so I don't know this for sure, but I think they were trying to create the feeling of you starting out largely powerless and you could only run around and hide before picking up the sword for the first time, because the Legend of Zelda games tend to be big on the coming-of-age themes of that sort, but if that's what they were trying to do, it really didn't work. What it felt like was that the game was wasting my time for an hour, teaching me a mechanic that never came back. And it was arguably the least fun part of the entire game. Anyway, where am I going from there? I liked a lot of things about the game. I liked the music, I liked the visuals, obviously. Before I actually sat down to play the game for real, I've spent hours and hours just running around in Outset and Windfall Island recording B-roll for Game Maker stuff because I wanted to discuss how you can do stuff like the toon shading effect in Game Maker. I know I've alluded to the fact that this game was not really well received from a visual standpoint when it first came out, but at this point in current year, I don't think there's anyone left who will admit to not liking the visuals. I really like the music in this game. Dragon Roost is just one of my favorite songs in gaming. I also really like Outside Island and Windfall Island and a couple of the other ones that I've played here and there. The Legend of Zelda Overture, obviously. I liked most of the puzzles. The only dungeon I really didn't like was the Earth Temple. Pretty much all the other ones I thought were fine, and in most cases pretty good. The combat, I even like the combat despite how like not good I am at combat, and I eventually got better at it, which is normal, I guess. The game didn't seem especially difficult if I was able to get through it without too much trouble. I'm glad that it didn't really force me to do some of the things that I was less good at, like defending and some of the more specialty attacks, and for the most part I was able to just like time the enemy attacks and strike when they weren't looking and that kind of thing. Good game. I don't think I really feel like playing any other 3D Zelda games anytime soon. I think I'm about running out of time with the end credits roll, so let's just let the rest of this play out. Enjoy the music. The end. Alright. I'm gonna end this off here. I'm gonna take probably a couple weeks off from posting the Let's Plays while I get ready for doing other things. We have the opportunity to do some kind of New Game Plus, apparently. Sure. I'm not gonna do this, but just to humor the game, we can do a New Game Plus. I'm probably gonna take a couple of weeks off from doing Let's Plays before I move on to something else. As usual, the game dev stuff will continue. My name is Dragonite. You should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.